Hello, everybody. It's Lana from the Other People Show, and we're doing something a little different tonight. As opposed to being in studio at the radio station on WLSD 92.5 FM, The Vault, I am actually here in St. Paul live with a friend and another local filmmaker who is about to re release and newly released two short films. So this is Tyler Payne. Tyler is from the area Coburn, correct?
Used to be.
Used to be.
That works.
Yeah, that works.
Little
Well, he's from Wise County, Virginia. But anyways, I think we are going to do a re-release of, and I have seen both of these films. I'm one of very few people that have seen both films. Is that correct?
Well, the other one it is publicly released on YouTube and stuff. Silico Solutions is fully available, but censored heavily.
Censored heavily, so these are adult, mature audience only films. But the featurette, are we planning on releasing that Saturday, which is called I'm Watching You, which is collaboration with another local filmmaker, Adam Chafin, which everybody knows from the Other People Show on WLSD2. Um, and then your film Silicon Solutions.
Silico Solutions.
Silico Solutions.
I love them.
Silico Solutions.
When people say so, I was doing a film festival last year, or the year before last, and the announcer guy, he had to do it like a few times. Like, that is a tongue twister. I like alliteration. It's fun.
Now, I was going to ask you this later, but specifically on the title, I think if it's hard to say, then you must have chosen it for a reason.
I like how it sounds.
You like how it sounds, and maybe not how, because psycho and silico meaning psychedelic, and silicon, which might hint a little bit at the theme to this film.
Yes.
Yes, it does. So it might be a mouthful to say,
but it's fun.
But it's fun.
And that's all that matters.
And with a name like that, it's cool. It's cool. So before we get into the new thing, which because it's not been released, we'll just touch on that briefly after I talk to you about Silicon Solutions. Silico, you know what I'm saying, Facebook. I'll have it in the little thing to where you can read it and it'll be easier to say. It's not easier to say. But before we go into that one, I saw this for the first time, and it was a festival cut, so it was less than 15 minutes. So let's go back and talk about that. You have had your short film, which is how many minutes long in its entirety? Not the shorts that are usually 12 to 15 minutes that you would have entered into film festivals.
Are you talking about I Am Watching or Silico Solutions?
Silico Solutions.
So that one's a feature-length film now.
It is a feature-length film.
I did a demo that was a 10-minute short version of it, but it runs now with a runtime of like an hour and 22 minutes.
Hour and 22 minutes, not too short, not too long. So I've seen both enough, because I actually met you at Franken Film Fest in Knoxville in spring of 2023. And Adam, who you collaborated with the other film, knew you and said, "Hey, I need to go find so and so." Now, I actually did not get to see what Tyler looked like. He had on his Carol. I guess you just have to follow him on.
I was gorgeous.
He was gorgeous, but he was definitely in costume and in character. So our first meeting was very, very, very interesting. He might not remember it, but trust me, I do. I'm going to try to do something a little bit different than normally, like talking about the plot and the stuff of the things. I actually asked a very, very important person, which Tyler had told me previous to starting this, he had never looked himself up on the internet. No. So he doesn't know what the web says about him.
When I did look it up, it was a football player, I think.
A football player?
Sports ball player.
Now, did you use AI?
No.
Well, I used my good old friend Grok.
Yeah.
And Grok seemed to know a lot about you.
That's fun. Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. Okay, for Silico Solutions, let's see if the writer, director, cinematographer, editor, all of it agrees with what they think about his film.
Probably not if it's AI, but we'll see.
We'll start with the overview. And Grok says this movie is a psychedelic slasher blending horror, dark comedy, and thriller elements. The film also explores themes of beauty standards, human imperfection, and confronting personal fears through a gory, trippy lens.
I like where it's going so far.
Do you like that overview?
I do. I do. It feels
Do you
good.
think that it encapsulates what the movie is about? Just general view, but not giving away the plot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you like how they worded that
I
about you?
do. I do. I thought I wouldn't like AI, but now it's flattering me, and I'm like, all right.
Well, when this came out 2 years ago, because it says if you ask Rock, it says it came out in 2025. So it for some reason
Publicly,
yeah, it
we
still,
tried to get it straight. That was a big deal. Anyway.
but but yeah, I thought that was a little off because it was actually first released in 2023, or at least parts of it. 2024.
Yeah.
2024.
2023, we did screenings and demos and tests, and then I ran the rest of the year getting everything kind of prepared and then cleaning stuff up based off of feedback from other events. Then after that, I tried to get it streaming through Film Hub, and Amazon picked it up instantly, and then they said no. And I was like, and then after
Now, I've
that,
seen this film. Why do you think they said no, Tyler?
because I won't remove the one scene with the drill. Not the freezer scene with the drill, but the penetration scene with the drill. I produced it. That's why I know.
There is a little hint to what you would see. Fine. I think at Franken Film, you actually took home most goriest award
Yes.
for this film. So it has won an award for the most glorious, and that was like what 12 minutes of it.
Yeah.
An hour and 22 is.
Oh, and the director's cut, which is the one that's on YouTube that I released this year, which is probably why Grok thinks it released
Yeah.
this year.
Well, Grok is new. He's a new person.
True person. I'll let him have it. He flattered.
He's a new thought process.
He flattered me. I'll take it.
Yes.
But in the director's cut, we get double those gory scenes, double the gratuitous gore. So the first 10 minutes is actually now the it's kind of a sequel, but it was a short film that I did called Psycho by Sacrifice. And then I just said, you know what? We're going to cut out this beginning part because that one guy shouldn't be in here no more. So we cut that part and we put this part in. And now I got two gruesome death scenes. And I'm like, score.
Score. Like how you can take two things and kind of like meld them together to make like an even better thing than what you envisioned.
It also
Created two different things, and you like I've done that as just a very 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 amateur like filmmaker or participating in filmmaking. I've seen that done and been like, wow, I didn't see it really playing out like that because it cutting and all of that and editing
yeah.
beyond me. That is for sure. Okay. Now let's see again how well Grok knows Tyler Payne,
Let's see.
local famous filmmaker.
I wouldn't say famous.
He's famous in my book.
Oh.
Trust me, you've been to Maine, Rhode Island, all those places for your screenings.
That was exhausting. It was fun, but holy shit, that was exhausting.
But that's something you're famous. You got to go there and show you a lot of
I
people.
got to meet. I got to meet some of my TikTok fans.
See,
yeah, that was dope. That was super
he
cool.
has fans.
That was super cool.
Like so, even up north, like Maine,
Yeah.
Rhode Island, he has people that follow him.
Oh, Russia was the biggest follower. If I could get to Russia, I would love that.
Oh my
That would be
gosh,
dope.
you got the Russians on your side.
Mm.
Good job. See?
Until they got ripped from TikTok, and then I don't see my Russian fan base anymore.
Oh,
Yeah. So.
oh. Well, let's see what Grok says about your influences. How well it knows you personally to say what your influences are. Now, I don't know if you've been in interviews or anything like that because AI picks that all of that up um, from the internet. So these might be his own words, they might not, but let's just check. God says your influences include for this movie specifically, the uncanny weirdness of early YouTube humor like Shay St. John.
Shay St. John.
I've never heard of it.
Shay St. John made me feel weird when I was going through high school, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is weird." I love
And
it.
so that was a YouTube show?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was never big into
He
it.
used to do live shows too, but I never.
Oh.
It was over in L.A. I didn't. I found out about Shay St. John the year he died.
Oh.
Yeah, and I didn't know he died until after 2 years of like watching his stuff and like catching up. And I was like,
So would you say that's correct?
yes. I
Have
mean,
you
Carol's completely like. So when I first created Carol, Carol was designed to be a cosplay of Shay St. John.
Ooh.
And then my family just kept calling me Carol. And I was like, no, I'm supposed to be Shay St. John. And then that flipped, and I was like, oh, well, now it's going to be Carol. And then when I go live on TikTok, they'd be like, "It's Shay St. John." I'm like, no, only if I was. That was the big inspiration though for the costume.
It's an awesome costume.
It creeped me
If
out.
you ever, if you screen, do a live screen again, you should definitely show up in costume.
Oh yeah,
Carol needs to make
has
an
to.
appearance, which off topic, but we had this little game me and my siblings played when we were younger, and it was like you're supposed to be afraid of Carol. So we like this entity like Carol's coming to get you. Like we're like little kids. But yeah, the name of the game was Carol.
Why did you have? Why was it Carol for you?
I'd rather not say
Okay, that's
on
fair.
the Facebook because
That's fair. I'm not
that
gonna
this one
stop.
tells people's private business about who they like. There was this there was a Carol. There was a Carol
We'll drop it there.
that was scary, and but that's enough.
I get
Yeah.
it.
Okay, and back to you
Fair.
because I'm interested. Out of all the times I've seen this stuff, I've not actually got to talk to you about any of the psychosilico. We'll talk about some other stuff later. The slick. You are influenced by the slick psychopathy of American Psycho.
Oh yes,
I've heard you say that.
yes. Patrick Bateman is one of the
I might have
favorites.
heard you say that. So AI is not really smarter than me. So that's
They're just stealing. It's stealing
it's
stuff
stealing.
everywhere else. But it's cool that it knows.
But here's what I find the interesting part, and I just learned this about you, but and I'll let you tell me about it a little bit more. But and you're also influenced by the surreal video game aesthetics from Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask.
Yes, I actually just got done replaying that for
Really?
Halloween. That's what I do.
Halloween, and that was a big influence on Silico Solutions.
That was a big influence on any
On
the reason to do anything.
that's your preferred style.
It's Majora's Mask has a lot of underlying themes of death and it's just such a good game. But it's got a lot of thematics in it and like underlying things that I really enjoy, like death being the biggest one. And um, there's also a lot of trippy moments in that game that just hits home.
Gonna have to watch it, or maybe I have. I do have a child.
It came out in 2000.
I probably have seen it play, just not paid attention. So that actually leads me into maybe your background a little bit, like how you got started into filmmaking. Like we're here in the mountains. Like what got you interested or started, or was that your first passion?
No, my first passion's a video game, so I wanted to be a game designer. But to get out of my house, so I was a latchkey kid. I would get stuck at home and I wasn't allowed to leave, and I lived on a mountain. So I was kind of just exiled from everybody with like dial-up internet. So if I wanted to hang out with people, I had to have a reason. Well, my buddies, like Chad Dooley, you know him?
Chad Dooley.
Hmm.
Hi, Chad Dooley. I do not know you. Add me on Facebook.
But he would work on film projects and things, and his passion was film. And in order for me to be able to get out of the house as a kid, I'd go and would make little bullshit jackass films. And after that, once we got older and we got into like high school and college, we started playing in a band together in high school. And then in college, um, we decided let's play with some short film projects. And we did a little sketch show, and we set up a green screen in my basement and just kind of had fun with something called Fever. and it was over the top. It was to be offensive for the sake of being offensive, like our band. But there was this one scene where our drummer Ronnie, he I don't know, am I allowed to talk about this one? I mean, we show it, so it sure, but he gets shat on, and it's like a
Oh,
behind the scenes of like a porno, which is awesome. And we would just make stuff on that level of humor, lowbrow comedy.
lowbrow comedy,
It's the
adult.
best.
Yeah, it's adult content. It's not for everybody's, but
It's to be offensive. And
I
when
can
we
guarantee you, I have a lot of friends out there that would enjoy exactly what you're talking about.
good, but we did that for fun. And then I wanted to play with some more serious stuff. And I was like, man, I want to do, and this could actually segue into maybe one of your topics because I think I might know about this. But, anyways, I wanted to work on something more serious. And Chad and Ronnie still wanted to work on like the sketch comedy shows.
Yes.
They were enjoying that. And I was like, no, 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 I want to do something more gruesome, more bloody. But it can still be funny, but I
Yeah.
want it to be bloody and violent. So, I worked on a project called Cocaine, and that was my
Oh.
first short film project when I branched away from them for a bit and did my own solo piece. Me and Jeff Stanley worked on it. He
Hmm.
enjoyed the idea to it and wanted to work on it with me and hyped me up. Was like, dude, let's just do it. So I got my mom's what kind of camera was it? It was a Sony CyberShot. It did up to 1080p, so I was like, it's good enough for me.
1080p is good enough for Facebook.
Right, it worked for me. So I got Todd Christian to help us out with it, and he filmed it for me, and me and Jeff acted in it. And then I got a longtime friend, Frank Sullivan. He also helped me. We get to put his Monte Carlo in it. So pretty much what the way that one played out was it was a drug deal where my buddy who was an alcoholic found a bunch of blow off of a dead body. He brings it in. He's like, dude, look at what I got. He wants to use it. I want to sell it to get out of our
Yeah.
situation. And then we try to sell it. And then I got this idea. I want the drugs and the money. So I shoot him in the gut, and there's a lot of blood because why not? My dad was like, "Why is there so much blood? He has more blood than he possible." What? And I was like, "Cause it's fun."
I feel like that reminds me of a movie with Patricia Arquette.
Which one?
I can't think of it right now. I just remember her being in the movie, like
Okay.
wanting the drugs and the money. You just like as soon as you said that, I was like, reminds me of that cat and mouse, where all of a sudden, instead of getting out of their situation, they want to take over the situation.
And
Pretty
me
much.
being someone who doesn't do with this stuff, and like this is my first like drug deal that I facilitated, or yeah,
Yeah.
I decided I want both because he opens up his briefcase and there's money and a gun, and I'm like, I want it. His gun's in the case. He don't got it. I got a gun, so I shoot him, and then we push his car in a ditch and we burn it, and then that was the end. And I was like, this was supposed to be a squib test.
Huh.
I was listening to the song Cocaine, and I was like, it would be,
Eric Hodge?
yep. I
Yeah.
was like, it would be so cool to do a squib test where we put like a little tube in someone and use a CO2 capsule and launch blood everywhere. And then I started doing the thing I always do, and I overcomplicate shit because it's what I love to do. And it became a 3-minute project into a 10-minute short film.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that one of the challenges you have working on films? Because I don't have this question here, but like as a filmmaker, as you're working, do you tend to change your mind a lot, or like start with the vision and then the vision starts to change as you work on it, or is it you kind of have a clear picture in your head?
Usually, it depends how much I've thought it out. So, Silico Solutions had a clear picture way beforehand. Like I planned it out to a T. There was too much money involved to not. Then, with cocaine, it was more of a run and gun. I wrote some shit down. We'll try to go with it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Excuse me. And then I had a blast doing it. Everybody was like, dude, go get a camera, go get all the shit, let's make this. And then I started going to college at East Tennessee State. And then when I was there, Livingston. He was my visual effects professor. Love him
Yeah.
to death. He was like, dude, you gotta get the Panasonic GH4. You'll love that camera. So I got it. And
Yeah.
he was right. I loved that camera. So I bought that camera, base kit lens, and then a DJI gimbal. Don't get DJI. They use a smart battery. It's bullshit. Don't get it. Because now my gimbal's wasted. Can't use it no more. Yeah, they
Oh.
don't make the battery for it no more. Don't get their shit. Um, so when when I got all this together, we were going to work on a mini series for Cocaine and do it again and run it back. But Jeff was unable to continue with it. So where Jeff wasn't able to continue it, there goes my co-star.
Yeah.
Todd was my camera operator. He had some family things going on in that time, so he was no longer able to film it. I haven't even filmed more than like half of episode one. But Chad Dooley comes out of nowhere and
Thank you, Chad.
he caught us filming because he had moved over to Arizona, but he was visiting.
Mm-hmm.
And he just happened to be in town on the day we were filming. I was like, this is a sign. So
Yeah.
he took the camera up and he helped us get the first episode done. And then from there, I just kind of had to piecemeal it, find people and bring them in. And we had to make a story for why Jeff was gone, what happened. So pretty much everything I wrote in advance, I had to throw it out on the first day of filming,
Oh.
which sucked. And it makes me hate that project now because of like it left a bad taste in my mouth and I didn't get to film it and finish it the way I wanted to. But
Exactly.
I still have it all. And I thought about like re-editing it and like cutting it up for TikTok, but TikTok ain't gonna let me do it. It's
Not
too
good. The rules are back. They're not going to let it on there.
uh,
I guess.
so I just completely derailed us because
No,
that's what I
fine.
do.
That was interesting. That was interesting. I actually had that question about like if it matches. That was going to be my last question about Silico Solutions.
So that one, Psychosilico, when I was working on Silico Solutions,
Did that all final project came out? You said it came out exactly as you envisioned.
about 75%, 80%.
75, 80%.
Yeah, so about fourth day filming, it was I think on Wednesday. I think we started on Sunday.
I think it took you 8 days to film.
Yep.
Grok knew that.
Yeah. Oh shit.
How did I know? Grok knew. Grok told me.
That was rough because it was back to back filming, and then we took one day off and then filmed the next day, and it was for mainly pickup shots and the surgery scene, and then I did follow up pickup throughout editing. Like, oh, I need a placement scene in there, and I'd go and get all the shit and go set up by myself and do a whole scene and be like, all right, that's it, that works, and we'll go to
Yeah.
Jody came and she helped me once because I needed to burn my arm completely off again. So she redid the makeup just so I could walk to an elevator, hit it, and cuss it, and go and shoot myself up.
One last thing Grok said.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the last one about Grok and Silico Solutions that I will ask. Payne created this movie to kill childhood trauma,
Mm.
turning fear into art.
Exactly.
So Grok knows you.
Doc knows.
That's exactly it. That's why you created this
The
movie.
machines, they know too many things now. But
Well,
yeah,
your machine won't even look you up. My machine looked me up
Google's a bitch.
or looked you up. I don't want to look up myself at this point.
I don't want to look myself up either. You did it for me though.
Yeah, I did all.
I was a
I did
little
all the,
anxious.
I did all the research, but I think they worded it well.
They did.
And from what I saw of this movie, and again, like you're going to let the other people show, um, uh, stream it again live or direct you on the other people show YouTube page.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this Saturday at 7 o'clock. But before that, let's move on to the featurette that is brand new, a collaboration with our own Adam Chafin here at the Other People Show. Um, and it is called I'm Watching You. And you co-wrote, co-directed, and I believe cinematographer.
My main thing was to do the cinema stuff, and I
Yeah.
did a little bit of editing on the writing, but that was just to simplify a few things and make it easier to shoot.
So it truly was like a collaboration. Um, this featurette is just a small movie, and that it's a dying thing to have like a cartoon or a small thing play before. But before we even start talking about it, I actually want to say this new project, actually, because just the juxtaposition of creepiness to both films go well to have one and then the other play right after each other.
Yeah, I would say.
I think you guys put them together like just as a little something to be like, ooh, Tyler Payne has a little bit of something different, more serious, like you said earlier.
I did inject the one scene that is a little bit of maybe suspense, comic relief, gross out.
Suspense, comic relief, and gross out. So
That's
yes, I Am Watching You does is another mature audience only film. So if you choose to watch it, 18 and over, 17. I don't think I have many children on my Facebook. I keep them off for this reason. But if you are not prone to something like that, both movies aren't for you. But there are very few of you that I know would be like that, or very few of you that wouldn't be like, I'm watching anyways.
I would say I'm watching you is a
I,
little bit more tame.
yeah, well, I'm watching you is a little bit more tame,
Hmm.
but a little bit creepier in a sense that it,
Serious tone.
yeah,
Got a more serious
it's a
tone
more
to it.
serious tone. But I do like the continuity of this. That I know that you used this um, for the score. You used the same uh, writer, the original writer. I think his name is Sansbury.
Yep, Destiny
Destiny
Sansbury.
Sansbury. We should give a shout out to him because
He's great at what he does.
he is very, very great at what he does. The score through both of those films are spot on, builds enough tenseness and comic relief with melodies you don't typically see in horror or gore films.
All right, I let him.
I will just say that was my take on it. So Destiny, kudos to you on both of these films for like the
I turned him loose on that surgery scene. I said, "You make
yeah.
what you want to do there."
Yeah, but was working with our Adam, was that fun? Something
Okay.
you plan on doing in the future again, or are you looking to do more
So
projects or anything with it? Because I know the challenges of being a local filmmaker in the areas because we're so, you know, secluded from the real world.
right,
Um, I mean that jokingly, kind of. Um, it's hard to find people to commit.
dedicated people.
Dedicated people to commit or other like-minded people just to join in and to make their own things and
All right.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
But that's one reason why I try to keep cast very limited because it's like, okay, I know I can fill these two roles, but I don't know if I can fill like five roles, but I can fill two. I know that. So usually I try to write characters in for people that when I know they'll do it.
now the cast in this short includes Adam and Kayla Barnett.
Mhm.
Kayla herself has not actually seen
I tried to get her to watch it like yesterday.
yesterday.
Yeah, she won't watch
She
it.
won't watch it.
But I get it though because I hate seeing myself on camera.
I hate seeing myself on camera too. I hate doing this right now, kind of. I can't, I'm blind, so I can't see if I even look
I get
decent.
that.
I don't know. I'm winging it. Um, but she has not seen. I think she would be shocked
I do
because
too.
there is a lot of content that she doesn't know is happening. She doesn't know what is happening that she doesn't see. I
Right.
think she would be generally shocked, but I think she would.
I hope it's a pleasant surprise.
It's a
I really
pleasant
do.
surprise. We did you warn her because you know her pretty well? Did you warn her that it's a little risque? Because the
She wasn't there
short
for
is
that scene being shot,
no, I understand that
but
naturally.
see, I wanted her input on that because if she was like, "No, cut it," I would have cut it. But I did shorten it because it was more on it for a bit, and I was like, let's just like flash it real quick.
Yeah.
So,
And our audience doesn't know what we're talking about.
but you will eventually.
But you
So,
will eventually. And other than that, I actually have one final question
yeah,
before we start plugging your social medias and stuff like that, because TikTok and stuff, they still need to follow you there. You have a lot of stuff up in your YouTube page. And mine as well, I guess. But the final question, and I want you to answer this for both films. I'm watching you, which is going to be and newly released on Saturday at 7 o'clock on The Other People Show on YouTube. YouTube.com/The Other People Show. Is that how you get to it?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is. Um, and then your film as well. After anyone that watches this that haven't seen either one of them before, and it's a two-part answer, what do you want them to be feeling 30 seconds after the end credits?
That's
Let's start with I'm watching you. What do you think you
wants people to second guess social media more. How much they put themselves out there. How available they are.
how available you are on social media?
So should I share this story? I'm going to share this story.
Share the story.
So, my current girlfriend, Madison, when we first went on a date, I actually couldn't find her house. So I used Snap Maps. Yeah, you can use Snap Maps to find people. So after she got in the car with me, I was like, dude, you're too cute to have Snap Maps turned on. Like, creeps can find you. I mean, I found you.
I found you.
But I also had like private investigator interests and something I tried to do once upon a time.
Oh, I
So
always wanted to do that too. I want to be a PI.
it's hard to get into.
Can we just go out one day and just start
No,
randomly
you gotta have a
investigating?
license.
Oh, we can't just start like spying on
There's
somebody. Just like
there is a legal
shoot
way to do
somebody.
there is a legal way to be a stalker, and I learned it through looking into private investigation work. But
Oh,
normally you gotta have a license, and that still doesn't save you from the law or anything like that. Like there is still like regulations and things you got to go through, which is why you need the license to do it in the first place, and you kind of can't be an amateur. So you got to have some kind of certification in certain states. States may vary, but so whenever she got in the car with me and stuff, I was like, dude, you gotta turn those off because I found you. That's how I kind of just
yeah.
general area.
I do not have Snapchat.
Don't don't
I
turn your
do not
maps
have
on.
Snapchat. I share my location now. And that's only been a week since I started sharing my location
Turn
with
it off.
my sister.
Yeah, turn it off. Well, maybe your sister's okay.
And it's specifically through Find My because we both have iPhones.
Okay, that's different then. But publicly out there for anyone and everyone, that's dangerous.
Yeah, no, I have one person that can find me because sometimes I need to be found, as Facebook world knows. Okay,
That's fair.
that is fair.
I like the way you word it. It's like
that checks, right?
I get it. I get it.
I just went into a store that I hadn't realized I had been in. Actually, that happened twice today. I went to the gas station and then I went into another store and they said, "Oh, are you okay? We saw you last Saturday." I was like, "Let's not talk about it."
I was getting ready to say, how'd that make you feel?
Infamous?
Fair.
Infamous, but no, they kind of felt bad for me because they were seeing it in
It's-
person.
Yeah.
So,
all fame is good fame. Or
oh, there's no such
whatever.
thing as bad publicity. What about
That's the words. That's the words. All right. And then to go back to your question and reroute
Yes.
us back, what I want people to feel after watching Silico Solutions is more so like that was a trip. What did I just watch? I feel weird. I just feel real weird. I want to break your comfort zone. That's the main thing. I want to make you feel real weird and odd, and I want you to think about stuff for a little bit. Just want you to feel real weird. It made me feel weird, so you get to feel weird. I want to
So
make you feel
he
how
doesn't want you to think he's weird. He wants to actually make you feel weird.
I have to be weird to make it, don't I?
Yeah.
I like to put my head in that
Like,
whole
I mean,
thing.
we know he's weird, but he wants you to feel weird after watching his film.
I want you to feel how I feel.
And that is fair. It is, I highly recommend it. I wouldn't be on here on my page promoting a film that I've actually seen a few times, a re-release of it.
You can get the director's cut release this time.
And the director's cut release. So, and you can go ahead and watch that now if you don't want to wait till the double feature on Saturday on your YouTube page, which is
YouTube/Psychosilico, SYCOPSILICO, like psilocybin. And then have another show that I started working on because I can't work on gruesome stuff, and it's kind of lower effort, but it's more of like a vlog, I guess. I don't know what it is. I'm just having fun with it.
it's at 2 a.m.
Up at 2 a.m. with Tyler Payne.
Up at 2 a.m. with Tyler Payne. I did watch a little bit of that. We won't go to it further because I didn't finish maybe a 25 minutes of
Yeah,
of
play that.
of the episode, but I listened to it just to hear your input, and we'll have to talk about those whole subjects. It was when you were in the mausoleum. That's the one.
Mausoleum.
Yeah. So that was a fun one. Yeah. So check him out on YouTube slash.
Up at sun 2 a.m. number 2.
Yeah, up at 2 a.m.
Super easy.
Super easy. Everybody, thank you for watching, tuning in, and helping me support local artists.
I appreciate you bringing me on.
Thank you for coming on. I think you can also catch Tyler and Adam together. Is it Friday?
Friday.
Friday. Is it one time Friday or two times Friday?
Most likely 2 time Friday. There's going to be one time at 9 a.m. and then another time at 10 p.m.
Okay, and what he means by that, 9 a.m. and 10 p.m. on Friday. So on Black Friday on WCYB, which is Channel 5 in this area, they will be interviewing Tyler and Adam about their short films as well. Probably much better than I just did. And then later that evening on 92.5 FM WLSD, you can listen to live on air the Other People show where you will be on that as well.
Yes.
Yes, and I normally do that show, but I think this is it for me this week. I'll be tuning into that show, and everybody else tune into that show on Friday and the release on Saturday. Have a wonderful evening, Tyler. Tell everybody bye.
Happy Thanksgivings.
Happy Thanksgiving.